People of Earth, good evening. We are on this day, January the 8th, 2024. My mission is to bring you understanding on the current galactic events impacting the future of Earth as a planetary civilization. I am Elena Danan, emissary for the star nations in the Solar System, and I am delighted to welcome you for the 12th episode of Star Nation News. This week, we take a closer look at events occurring in the adjacent sector of the Nataru galaxy and how it impacts the politic scene at a galactic level. Stemys IV in the 5th sector of Nataru continues to be under siege by the Ciakahrr armada, but its moons are now liberated. As the population is still in the process of evacuating in cargo ships provided by the Galactic Federation of Worlds, resistance on the ground is strengthening, and more enforcement contingents have arrived. The Gnomopo fleet is still fighting in space and will maybe not intervene on the surface of Stemys IV. The High Councils of the Alliance have stated that despite the fact that this situation could be the opportunity to generate an operation aimed at crushing the Ciakahrr Empire once and for all, the Alliance decided not to call upon the transgalactic intervention agreements. This provocation from the Ciakahrr Empire will not, they say, escalate into a galactic war as they tried to create with their offensive in the 5th galactic sector. Other ways will be taken to eradicate the Ciakahrr threat, which could not involve armed conflicts. These strategies will not, of course, be disclosed until the operations are complete. The Anakhim Empire aligns with the Galactic Alliance in an alternative operation to avoid armed confrontation at a galactic scale, in an attempt to force the Ciakahrr Empire to back off. However, although he agrees on this decision with all his heart, Prince Ciakahrr reports that his father, Emperor Nataru, advised to keep in mind that the only solution to eradicate once and for all the Ciakahrr threat is to neutralize them on the only ground the Ciakahrr are responsive to: war. Ciakahrr never respond to diplomacy, but the Anakhim are willing to let the Alliance play their cards before pulling the ultimate answer. These are the ways the Nataru Alliance always operates, always chants all available options and solutions first, and war is left last and tried to be avoided. The Anakhim Empire extended in its boundaries with time through accords and diplomacy, but their defense forces, when it comes to protecting their territory, are immensely powerful, and they never hesitate to use them when necessary. Prince Ciakahrr is a promoter of peace and compassion, but he agrees with his father on that point. He recounts that the end of the Ciakahrr Empire as a threat will, unfortunately, only end in one way: confrontation. For him, it is only a matter of time when the Alliance will have played by the rules and come to the final igniting point. The Negumak Gnomopo equally agree with the Anakhim point of view, and they are preparing for one of the greatest battles known to this galaxy after the Orion Wars and the end of the Nebu. We may not see this galactic potential, galactic war, as something dramatic. I say potential from the point of view of the Galactic Alliance of Nataru, including the Galactic Federation of Worlds, for instance, that they see the war as potential, and also the point of view of the Anakhim Empire and the Gnomopo, which are that this war is inevitable. In both cases, this is something that needs to be dealt with. When a child is behaving badly, harming other children, you need to take action. And if reasoning doesn't work, measures will be taken to punish the child, make him understand in another way. But always, diplomacy, love, compassion, discussion should be tried first, because this may work. Well, here, as a bad kid, we have the Ciakahrr Empire. Diplomacy never worked, ever. For the Trekkies, the Ciakahrrs can be compared to the Klingons. Honor, dying in battle, etc., etc., etc. The Ciakahrr are the Vikings of the galaxy. If you ask me, I tend to agree with the Anakhim and the Gnomopo. The war against the Ciakahrr is inevitable. We need to stop them and stop trying to parliament with them, you know? Well, the Galactic Alliance of Nataru has these ethics, which are based on universal law of evolution, which are always try peace and discussion and diplomacy first. I agree with that. I agree totally, 100%, 200,000% that this must be used first. And maybe that will be it. But I also agree that there are 99% of chances that this doesn't work. And that we need to face as a positive galactic alliance a confrontation with the forces of the Ciakahrr Empire. Ciakahrr Empire generated their offensive thinking. We know now that they would have the support of the Mitra from Andromeda Galaxy. This failed because this information was leaked, remember, by emissaries from the Andromeda Galaxy who met a council of the gathering the intergalactic confederation representatives and the alliance representatives. They say, hey, the Mitra are planning something weird. They're coming back to Nataru trying to use the portals. So that was weird. So the alliance closed the portals. The Mitra were closed access to Nataru. Ciakahrr are now on their own. All their allies they counted on, and especially the kid Ciakahrr, turned their back to them. Even the Zeta Reticuli and Solipsirae Greys turned their back on them. They're enough. They're fed up of being compliant to the mood switch of the Ciakahrr. They're done. They want to do their business. They rebuild themselves. That's enough. The Nebu brought them into disaster. That's Ciakahrr want. That's enough. The Alliance of the Six is history now. So, but the only other way the Nataru Alliance gained the Gnomopo and agreements and cooperation from the Anakhim Empire, who finally is getting involved because the Ciakahrrs have been expelled from Sol. the main problem of the Anakhim Empire, one of the main problems, because they have other problems, believe me. The main problem was the soul system with Enlil's misdeeds there, because Enlil was half Ciakahrr, and the Ciakahrr had, thanks to Enlil and his son Ninota, free access to Earth and were controlling Earth. Now it's gone. Enlil is gone. So now the Anakhim Empire is doing what they want, really. And they have a grudge against the Ciakahrr Empire. And Anu will not hesitate to heal old wounds by smashing, crushing to ashes the Ciakahrr Empire. He's waiting for that. He's really waiting for that. So here are the two powers in balance against the Ciakahrr. The Nataru alliance will try diplomacy, certain measures and plans I cannot disclose, which is something different than diplomacy, but not war. And on the other side, well, allied together, you have the Anakhim Empire and the Gnomopo. But wait to bash up some Ciakahrr, some reptilians. But when that moment comes, because it will come, in my opinion, it will be a good thing. War is never a good option, but sometimes it's necessary because it's the law and what happens in the universe. Fight for balance is a thing, but becoming a destroyer of civilization is another thing. So it's time. The Nataru galaxy, as an entity, as a consciousness, deals with a recurrent, ancient problem. As children of Source, the Ciakahrr will learn and grow from this as souls. At a greater level, this is what will happen. Ciakahrr, Anakhim, Gnomopo, Pleiadians, whoever, Earthlings, are all children of the same creator, playing out the laws of evolution, the games of evolution. And this will happen. It is inevitable, in my honest opinion and analysis. And, great future is ahead, not only for Earth, but for the galaxy. And the Ciakahrr, well, they will learn and grow from this at a soul level. So my beloved friends, Earthlings, I wish you all the best and the wonderment for this year to come.